Okay, been working with this. Had problems streaming this morning. It's the first time I've ever had that problem. Not sure what it is. Something in the camera. I'm not. I don't know. Could be Facebook. So now I'm trying YouTube Studio, and then I'll copy a link and put it over into Facebook on the client's page, and it'll show there. Uh, I do believe there'll be some latency though. For, for some reason, I'm not seeing that particular page, the latency page. Not seeing it. Yeah. Maybe I just need some sleep, huh? But yes, the video looks good here on the screen. Let's see, but I got some trash up in there. The video looks good. Turn on the radio. Channel 38. That's 615. 21 channels up above 40. Nobody's there. Pretty quiet this evening. Again, the camera just sitting here on my desk. There's no tripod. Just trying to figure out the audio. Why I had so much problem with the audio in Facebook. This is camera number 2 also. This is the camera that goes, I take this camera back to the church. This is the camera I purchased, and we have 2 of them. Church purchased one. This one, I believe, is mine. And I think what I done with this camera was turn off the audio. Now I looked it up. It said you can't turn the audio off unless you plug in another mic. And the problem is, at church, we pull all the audio for our stream comes off our mixer board. Goes right into HM into the computer, and video is there, and it works fine. So I'm gonna have to work this out Wednesday. Set this back up and see if I turn this mic on. Maybe it should be off. It may be time for just get a camera dedicated for when I do streams. I don't know if anyone's going to ever see this, but if you do, leave some comments on what you think a good streaming camera would be. Yeah, whatever you think. It'd be nice to control the audio. Again, what I found with streaming away from our church is that I do need the camera's microphone to pick up audio. Now, I did purchase a little shotgun. I never used that, so I don't know how well that works. It slides into this pad here on top. You can hear me closing that door. I've never used that. I need to give that a try, see how that works. It's like a tiny shotgun microphone. A lot of times this is done in churches or a funeral home. They have their own sound system, but I'm not plugged into it. So I do rely on the microphone the on the camera, because I could plug in a an external mic through the headphone jack. But anyway, I'm gonna stop the stream and play it back and see how it. But if anyone sees this, leave me some comments. Any idea that you may have. And hit like if you like this. But this is a Sony, what is this, 53? I forget the letters in front of it. But this is some. I've been happy with this camera. I can't say cameras is my thing or I'm an expert in it. But we've been running this for 10 years. Maybe it's time for a new one. I don't know. But we've been running these, and they've served us well. Again, it's one of those things. The better you know your equipment, the more you can get out of it. And that was our case. We were pretty, and it still is pretty amateur here in running this. Once you get it set and it works for me, I leave it. The camera part, I'm more the sound, trying to improve our sound and what we are doing there on the board. I would like a camera that I can control from my phone. This one here is kind of wonky in how it does that. I remember there's a way to get that to work. But yeah, if I can control volume, everything like that, there's certain parts of the service you don't want to hear anything. I'm sitting under the camera. People locally here know me. They come by and speak. They want to say hello. And they have a conversation, and all that can be heard. And it's kind of loud. So, and it may be distracting to those at home or away that is watching. So that would be, I would use that software or the app on the phone to turn the mic down or just mute it doing viewing hours. And then once the service starts, turn it up, or once there's some music playing, unmute it. A local guy. And so it gives you a little idea of how I use that, and it may help you with how you want to reply. I do believe somehow this microphone was turned off this morning because the picture was fine. I just didn't have any audio. I went through, I started OBS. I was going to use OBS. I see signal, but it wasn't getting to the internet. Yeah, I had signal. But when I listened on Facebook, I couldn't hear it. Plus, people around the country that was listening, they said there was no sound. So in a pinch, what I had to do is use my phone. I propped my phone up and use that, and I got away with that. I'm really not pleased with that, but I don't know. I'm even thinking about using a different kind of camera. What do you call them? That rotates and it saves positions and different things like that. Again, I don't know if that would be, is that more than what I need? And I'm sure if I can figure this camera out, I can continue to use it. And the thing is, that's not my first time out. But I do believe because it's in our church and the way we have it set up there is what caused the problem that we have today. Because we don't need the mic on the camera, we have it at the board, and we've got that set up where we get a great signal for our stream. Took a while, but it worked. Okay, I'm going to end this. Once again, if anyone hears this and you have some ideas, expertise, or whatever, leave your comment. Let me know what you think.